The next thing that we want to focus on is getting this placeholder image in place. Once we have this in place, we can take a look at how we could go about adding these buttons. So I've already created this image for you. If you come over to your HTML editor, and in my case, if I come over to the Files panel, or more specifically the Assets panel, you should see that there is an image that already exists within your directory. And right now, it looks like this is only picking up the image files. I'll go ahead and refresh this. Inside the Pictures folder of your directory structure, so here you'll see I'm inside the blank folder, and inside the blank folder is the Includes folder, and in there is the Pictures folder. Well, inside the Pictures folder, we have this one image here, which is 462_225.png. It's that placeholder graphic. It's already been exported out. What we want to do is just place that within the HTML document. And once we get that in place, we can take a look at the buttons. So it's fairly straightforward. All we have to do is come over to the HTML document, and inside the HTML document, you want to make sure you're inside the slider div. Once you're inside the slider div, you want to add a paragraph element. And the paragraph element is going to use a class attribute of thumbnail. So go ahead and type that in. And after adding this paragraph element, inside the paragraph element, you want to use an image tag. And the image tag is going to have a source attribute that points to that specific image. So I'm just going to go ahead and click the Browse button here inside of Dreamweaver. I'm going to move to the Includes folder. Inside the Includes folder is the Pictures folder, and there's that sample_462_225.png file. And you'll notice that that path is populated for me. If you don't have a browse command, just go ahead and type in this path. After typing in this path, you want to add the alt attribute and just type in a # for now as a placeholder. So that pretty much gets the image in place. Believe it or not, we do have to write some CSS so we don't have any positioning issues with this. Go ahead and save the HTML document. Come over to style.css. And what we want to do is write a selector, a fairly specific selector. So I'm actually going to put this above our button selectors. We're going to type in hello. After hello, we want to target div.slider. And we just kind of want to zero out the margins there. And actually, we want to also reference the paragraph element. So we're getting pretty specific there. Here, we just want to type in margin. And we want to set the margin to 0. The next thing that we want to do is just make sure that we're displaying this content in a block fashion. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and copy this selector. Well, actually, I'll just type it out by hand. We'll type in hello. After hello, we'll type in div.slider. After that, we'll go ahead and reference p.thumbnail, which is that paragraph element that we created, and then the image tag. And what we want to do here, like I said, is set the display property to block. So we're in good shape. Go ahead and save the CSS file, come back to the index.html page, and let's take a look at it in Chrome or Safari, and the image is in place and it's positioned nicely. So the next order of business in the next movie is to take a look at how we can generate these buttons and place them in this location within our HTML documents.